as you scroll through social media, I'm not sure what side of the internet you're on, but I'm definitely on the dating side. And I will always see a video of a guy in his car, maybe with the car light on, and he's ranting about how he's done with dating, done with spending, done with swiping on the dating apps, approaching girls, it's not worth it. And when I see a video like that, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense you don't have any type of success. Look at your mindset. Look what you're willing to put out into the world. If you put out into the world that you're a loser and you're giving up, of course, those are the results you're going to see. But that's neither here or there. I'm not trying to get all Plato and, philosopher on you guys. But the first step into beating your dating burnout is to start reverse engineering, right? Start to reverse engineer. That's what I meant to say. And I got this from my friend Austin Dunham. He has his own dating show on here, dating channel, I should say. And we talked about this at great lengths. He said, okay, let's write down all the girls that I was successful with or been with. Okay, let's go back. Which girl was the easiest for me to get? Oh, I noticed a common trend here. They swiped on me first, messaged me first. These 3 or 4 girls right here ended up being the best to be around. Dating them was the easiest, and I enjoyed dating them the most. So what you need to start doing is reverse engineer. Think of the girls that you had a great time with this year. Maybe what was their ethnicity? How did you meet them? Where did you meet them? Right? But you see, that works so well because you start to pinpoint some things that are common, right? And when you pinpoint things that are common, you can start to focus on them. Now, of course, things aren't 100%. Like this is what you follow 100% of the time. No, it's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you can find a pattern, maybe that's what you have to do. So for me, the girls who I've been the most successful with, I've met them or matched with them on a dating app. And within 3 to 5 days later, we're going out, right? Every single girl I've had feelings for, every single girl I've liked, if we can make it happen in 3 to 5 days, usually that goes well. The girls I meet January 1st and we don't even link up till March or May, yeah, those girls don't work out. Now, I'm not saying they will never work out just based off of my success rate because reverse engineered. I can go back and figure out, okay, if I meet this girl and we end up going out in 3 to 5 days, there's a good chance that we're moving somewhere because they're urgent. They want to meet me. Right? So start doing that with your dating life. Go back. I know you could be upset with your dating life right now, but go back and check. Okay, from all the girls who I was successful with, how did I meet them? What was the turnaround time? Who messaged first? Who swiped first? Did I meet? Maybe it was a location. I meet the best girls at this farmer's market on Sunday. Go back, look at your dating life and see where did the most success come from. The second thing I want to talk about in regards to dating burnout is I think it comes from pedestalization. So what do I put on the pedestal in my life? Making money, pushing my business forward, providing for the people who I love, like my mom, sending her money every month, my fitness and my goals. That's what I put on the pedestal. Everything else is secondary. I don't care if I didn't get a date this weekend. I don't care if I approached a girl this weekend. It doesn't matter. Those things are secondary to myself. Right? I feel like a lot of times when you have dating burnout is because you put women on the pedestal. When I'm dating, I feel my best. When I'm not dating, I feel my worst. That's how some of you are, right? Now, I would like some comments in the comment section because maybe my perspective is different. And I'm not saying my perspective is the only one. I'm open to hearing different ones. But if you put, on the pedestal, yourself, your personal development, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, and you don't get a date one weekend or 2 weekends or a whole month, you're like, yeah, I would like some dates. I'm not, I still want to be with women, but it is what it is, right? So I don't want you guys to put women on the pedestal because when you put women on the pedestal and you're in lack of women, you think your life sucks. There's a lot of you right now who are great. Your life is in order, you have your own place, you have your own car, you're making money. Keep doing that. That's what really matters because in my opinion, dating is a numbers game. You may have to meet 100 women to meet one good woman or one good woman, right? So if you're doing your thing, eventually you're going to meet somebody. Now, some of you watching this video, have a horrible strategy, but that's a whole other point. I'm not trying to talk about that right now. The point is, if you have a strategy that works, you're easily on maybe 1 or 2 dates a month, but then 1 month or 2 months straight, you get no dates. Don't beat yourself up. Why? Because you've done it before. There are guys who are in my program or in my Discord, right? Oh man, I'm burned out from dating. Bro, you had 1 bad week. Shut up. You had 1 bad month. Shut up. You've done this before. There's highs and there's lows in this dating game. And anybody who's out there in the game knows this is true. Maybe one weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're packed with leads and dates. And then the next weekend, boom, everybody flaked. We've all been there, myself included. The third thing I can talk about in regards to dating burnout is I'm very outcome independent. If I go on a date with this girl and I don't smash, I don't care. If I go on a date with this girl and I don't see her ever again, you guessed it, I don't care. You see, when you put yourself on the pedestal and the only thing you truly care about is yourself, everything else comes last, right? I could go on a date with a girl, not sleep with her, but guess what? That day, I did my 10,000 steps. I ate very clean. I got to bed early. And on top of that, I made some money. It was a great day. Who cares about the chick? My day went well. So that's what I want you guys to get to, is you're outcome independent because you put yourself on that pedestal. As long as you had a productive day, you made your money, you did your steps, your diet was clean, then everything else is secondary. Who cares? The fact that you went on 1 date and didn't have sex, who cares? The second one or the third one, like, it doesn't matter. I want you to become a lot more outcome independent, because when you're outcome dependent and you're not getting dates, you're not having sex, that's when you start having a negative lifestyle, a negative mind. Dating doesn't work for me, bro. Dating apps don't work, bro. A lot of you guys put more time into looking up the best pickup lines on dating apps, and you put more time into swiping than you do into yourself. You know, some of you guys' screen time on a Hinge or a Bumble or a Tinder could be 3 hours or 2 hours a day, but how many hours did you put into yourself? That's right, it could have been 0. So I want you guys to be a lot more outcome independent with this dating shit. I want you to be able to put yourself on a pedestal to where you don't care about the outcomes, because as long as you are showing up for yourself, the right partner will come, right? Now, again, I'll be very specific here. If you haven't gotten a date in 6 months to a year, okay, that's a skills issue, right? I'm just talking about a guy who maybe had a great first half of the year with dating, 1 or 2 dates a month, good stuff. And then towards the last half of the year, he'd be on 1 date a month or 0, right? Then another 0. Relax. As long as you keep doing the things you've been doing, you should be okay. And the last thing I want to bring back up is make sure you start reverse engineering. Figure out, okay, I dated these 3 girls last year who were amazing. What do they all have in common? And I bet you can figure out something in common. Like I mentioned earlier, maybe it was a location, they messaged you first, they approached you first, you met them at this spot, whatever the case may be. When you start reverse engineering, okay, when you start reverse engineering, what happens is you start to go, okay, when girls follow this pipeline of instructions, it works the best. So when you meet a girl and she doesn't follow those steps, maybe you swiped on her first, you messaged her first, it took you maybe a month to see her. When you go into this date, you may go, okay, this could be my person. However, since they didn't follow the program of what I wanted to happen, it may not go well. So if it doesn't go well, you're not beating yourself up. You're like, hey, I knew that probably wasn't going to work, because based off of the last 3 girls I've dated, those girls all followed the program. See, a lot of times when guys are complaining about women, it's because those girls didn't follow the program. They didn't follow the structure. He texted that girl and asked her out 4 different times, drove across town to meet her up, and also went to a nice restaurant, spent a bunch of money. That's why he has resentment. But if that girl followed the program of what he wanted, I bet you that date would have gone a lot better, right? So I don't want you guys to have resentment towards the game, resentment towards women. As long as you're showing up for yourself every single day, you have a good dating strategy. You may have a bad month or 2 or 3, but if you just stay positive, the second you start filling your head up with negative thoughts, girls aren't worth it, modern women this, modern women that, I don't look good enough, whatever the case may be. The second you start getting negative, what your frequency is what you see. I'm saying that wrong, but I'll say it again. It's something like your frequency is what you frequently see. So if you're always in a negative state of mind towards women, well, of course, you're going to have a pretty shitty dating life. However, if you stay positive, even when there's L's, you will eventually get out that drought. But if you stay negative, there's no saving you. That wraps up my video for today, guys. Hopefully you can get out of that dating burnout zone and start getting into the W's, the dates, the consistency, that partner that you've always wanted. Now, if you're a guy that's seen zero dating success, I'm talking it's been 6 months, years with no dates, okay. That's because it's a skill issue, and let me give you those skills. I'll leave a link down below. It will say work with me one-on-one. From there, we'll take a look at your dating app profile. We'll get you a photographer booked. We'll also help you with your approaching skills, your style, and hopefully from there, you will start to see a lot more likes on your profile. When you're out, you can approach women and it feels natural. That is my goal for you. Hopefully, you and I can work together. Talk to you soon. Peace.